essentially factors that inevitably change but that you cannot control. The risk and reward. An examination of everything that can go wrong and right, as well as a discussion of how the team can respond. With Salmon's 4 critical factors in mind, you're ready to start thinking about what information you'll gather to create the most compelling business plan you can. As you begin your research, ask yourself some important questions. What's your purpose? If your business plan is a proposal within the resource-rich environment of a large corporation, certain parts of it, such as the marketing or operations sections, could be shorter and less developed than other sections. In this case, you ought to focus on the value proposition and competitive analysis. On the other hand, if you're using the plan to raise money from venture capitalists, you ought to focus more on the opportunity itself and the management team. Who's your audience? Knowing who will be reading your plan and why, and having some sense of their goals and needs will help you tailor your message. To learn about your audience's particular requirements and motivations, do some research. Tap your network. Ask colleagues and other industry professionals for their views on the problem you're trying to solve. Also, think about your proposal from the perspective of your audience. A corporate management committee or board of directors, for instance, will consider your idea within the context of the company's other initiatives and may look for potential cost savings or other sales opportunities related to your idea. Investors and lenders, on the other hand, may want to know about the break-even points and the business's longer-term potential. What do you want? Think about your ultimate goal. Do you need a corporate stamp of approval or the active support of upper management? Are you just looking for funding, or do you want connections with other investors or business partners? Do you want to repay a loan, or are you willing to share ownership and profits? What information will you need? Now that you've organized your thoughts, you need to determine whether you have all the relevant material on hand. Some of this will be financial and legal information. For example, have you confirmed the necessary production costs for your product? Have you considered the most appropriate legal structure and tax status for your business? There are many sources for this kind of information. You should identify trade journals that target business owners in your industry. Seek out research by respected analysts and scour your network for experts who may be able to help you develop a fuller picture of the business environment. Online resources are also available, including your local Chamber of Commerce's website and the official sites of the Small Business Administration, the Internal Revenue Service, the Census Bureau, and state departments of economic development. The structure of a business plan. The most common business plan structure opens with short, general summaries, such as the executive summary and the business description, and then proceeds to more in-depth explanations in the body of the plan. That's where you'll provide thoughtful descriptions of your business's fundamental elements and concerns. The attachments at the end include the most detailed information: financial data, management resumes, and so forth. Writing a business plan is a big undertaking that requires time, dedication, and discipline. Rather than tackling it all at once, go section by section. Dividing the task into manageable chunks will help you better plan your time. Throughout the process, seek input from others. Talk over your idea with mentors, business partners, and colleagues. Ask them to look for gaps in your plan or potential red flags. Then make adjustments as you go. Most business plans contain the following components, which we'll cover in more detail throughout the book. Cover page. This ought to include the name of your business or project, as well as your name and contact information. Table of contents. An at-a-glance view of which topics will be covered. Use straightforward language to allow readers to